Hello again, Timberwolves fans. Are you ready for the explosion of Timberwolves basketball? It is Saturday, April the 6th, 2013. Ladies and gentlemen, this is episode number 99 of Timberwolves Explosion. 99 is one less than triple digits. The great 100th episode is a mere, after this episode, yeah. That'll simplify it. Yes, sir, Timberwolves Explosion is on the sportstuff.com and on iTunes. I thank each and every one of you always for downloading and listening to this show. I am your host, Paladino Joey, and with me, once again, the return of Marcus, the forecaster. Yes.
Feels good to be back.
Welcome back. The Hall & Oates of basketball radio is back in studio. That's right, the Hall & Oates, with an improved attempt at a studio. Yes, very, very improved. I like it. We're more in control of what we need now. I like it. Yep, things are in better condition now. Things are running better sound, everything. I love it. I'm excited. The forecaster is back in the house. Very, very cool. Vince Germano did join on the previous episode. That was an absolute blast. I got to mention that, though. Thanks again, Vince Germano. Yes, sir. Of the Courtside podcast, Hank McCoy, Vince Germano, and Missing in Action, Mr. BG, Brad Graham of Buckets Magazine. Yep, great show, though. Do give that a check out. An early shout-out, of course, because... yeah, Vince Germano, I'm sure we'll be back on the show again. Maybe Hank McCoy as well, if he'd like to be. Yes. Little Courtside 2.0, like I called last show. But yeah, we've had a format change. I believe I told you about it, of course. No, of course he knows by now, right? Yep. We're going to get into league stuff first. We're going to go back to where we were back in the fall. It was kind of more fun then anyway, and we seemed to generate more listeners at the time. Though, of course, the Timberwolves were more healthy at the time as well, or we would like to believe they were. Yeah. So, here we go. We're hopping right in. How about them Lakers? Yeah. How about that conspiracy going on? Yes.
Well, I definitely believe that.
I do, too. It's got that 9/11 conspiracy feel to it, doesn't it?
It does.
Oh.
I mean, the game that they played here, it was just obvious that following on Ricky Rubio.
Yeah. That was...
Kobe knew it.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they just walked off the court so fast afterwards.
They were just out of there like, oh, yeah. Oh, they're not calling that. We're in control of this league. There's nothing you can do. Right?
Yeah.
We're in control. There's nothing anyone can do. What are they going to do? Make us miss the playoffs? Is that what they're going to do? Because right here, the forecaster has dug up the audio from Kobe's reaction after that foul.
That's not a foul. No, I ain't calling that shit.
Because he was too far away and it was desperation, or you didn't get him?
I don't think I got him, man. But it's that's just. I mean, that's a tough call to make, man. I just put my hand there. It's not like I, went out and smacked him across the arm or nothing like that. So it is what it is.
But you did smack him across the arm.
Yeah,
he knows what he did.
That's the thing. He knows exactly what he did. Kobe. Come on.
He also knows that, the league can apologize. But at the end of the day, it's a win for the Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
Apologies mean nothing at this point.
No. It's all just, and that's something even me and Vince talked about on the last show, how they always come out admitting it was a mistake the next day. And it's like, what good does that do us?
Yeah.
We still lost. It's not like they changed anything, really.
And it's not the league's first apology either. It's not the league's first apology.
No, it's been like, I don't know, a trillion of them over the years. But
for this season,
even this year. Yeah.
So we need to implement some type of challenge at the end of games, or at least one challenge per game.
Yeah, or have the challenge. Maybe it's kind of like that, like in football.
Yeah.
So you're suggesting they do something like in football, like throw a red flag on the.
Yeah, I mean,
something like
situations like this and sending out apologies won't happen because apologies are just making things worse. Because it's like just get it right the first time. I mean, you don't want to hear an apology. You know nothing can be done, and it's even worse when the NBA is not doing anything to correct it.
Yeah, there's absolutely nothing done. Maybe at worst there's like a fine or a suspension or something, but
You'd
it
rather
doesn't do
be
us any
given
good.
to a ref.
Yeah.
Then maybe they won't be so scared to bite their tongue and not blow that whistle.
Yeah.
But, it's ridiculous. It really looks like the NBA. I shouldn't say NBA, but either the refs or Stern, someone wants the Lakers. I mean, it's big business, and I guess they want the Lakers in the playoffs.
The possibility exists. I'm sure they're going to be talking about it on courtside because Hank put the video up there. It even had some. It even had like they even used a soundtrack of Loose Change, for like 9/11 Truth video. They even had a soundtrack, like one of the main soundtrack from that movie on that video, which kind of that was funny. It was perfect. They show the refs kind of walking off the court, like
And they're so smug about it.
Yeah.
After they make that call.
Yeah, they were smug about it. And this was after that Portland game. Was it last week? It was the most blatant, that was bad. That was really bad. They talked about that on Rip City Bad Boys extensively.
And the newest one with Dwight Howard and the Lakers versus Memphis. I think that was a foul at the end. At the end of that, Dwight fouled Conley.
Yeah, that was bad too.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of them. I mean, that was really bad, actually. That was the recent Memphis game. Yeah, that was just last night, actually. Yeah, that was Friday night. For all of you League Pass listeners out there and others, that was something else. Yeah, I mean, I remember one. Yeah, there was a Denver game that's in that same video, by the way, where Kenneth Faried basically gets kind of elbowed to the ground, like elbow, shoulder, whatever, to the ground. Andrew Bynum to the ground by Dwight Howard, we'll call it. And they called the foul on Faried. That was like, really? Are you kidding? It's an endless chain of events going on here that make you wonder what's going on. I'm not the type that wants to be like, oh, the game's fixed, the NBA's fixed. I refuse to do that But at times, maybe certain teams, they really would like to see them in the postseason.
Yeah, and these are obvious calls that they're getting wrong or not calling.
Yeah, not calling. No calls, or they're deliberately calling incorrectly. They're deliberately favoring a certain team. And we hate to do this to you guys out there. We know a lot of Lakers fans listen to this show, but I think that a lot of, there's a lot going on.
Yeah, and another bad reffing was Louisville versus Wichita.
Yeah, that was tonight.
Yeah.
Final Four game. It was crazy. I mean, they call a jump ball when was his name Baker, number 31, I believe, who was shot an ugly 3-pointer like a play earlier. He'd gotten a rebound after a Louisville missed free throw, I believe, or was it a missed three, something like that. But he'd gotten the rebound. And one of the Louisville players, I mean, I'm not good with college names. I'm not going to lie, unless they're like the elite top draft pick type guys. But he put one hand on the ball. One of the Louisville, he put one hand on Baker, or where on the ball that Baker was trying to kind of wrestle away, and they call a jump ball. And of course, the possession arrow was to Louisville, and that was like, okay, that's the ball game.
Yeah,
it's like, wow.
Yeah.
And I did pick Louisville to win the national championship, and so I'm happy about that. But, of course, that's the only thing right on my bracket.
Yeah, and that should have been a foul.
But that should have been it should not only have been it not only was not a jump ball, because it was just one hand. You don't tie up somebody with one hand. That doesn't make sense. It's two hands. And it was a foul also, so it was like strike one, strike two. And unfortunately for Wichita State, it was strike three. I like to see Louisville win just because, but that, not. I don't like to see things go that way. I feel bad for Wichita State there, big time.
Yeah, that decided the game right there.
It did. It led to it. It basically put the nail in the coffin.
Yeah. Yep.
Basically, I mean, Wichita State maybe would have gone on to blow it, like Syracuse badly did. A couple hours later, my goodness, that's a team that was just handed opportunities on a silver platter, and did not finish. But Wichita State. Yeah, I mean, they may have gone on to lose, but still, that put the nail in the coffin. Yeah. Now that I'm trying to get all those crazy thoughts out of my head. Oh, man. Yeah, how about them Lakers, man? Yeah, I mean, they're going to make the playoffs. They have to now at this point.
With the help of the refs. Yeah, they're definitely going to make the playoffs.
Them and the Miami Heat. No, yeah, right. They're going to win like 65 games the way they're going. Jeez. Yeah, we'll get back to them shortly. Their 27-game win streak is over. But, we'll get to them in about 5 seconds here. Oh, I'm trying to think of some other things of the Lakers. Is there really anything else? Anything else we even feel like mentioning? Any other blatant... Yeah, it's got that conspiracy theory written all over it. It does. And, yeah, I love this game. I don't want to come out and say the league's fixed, but occasionally teams like the Lakers seem to get some favorable calls, though.
Oh, definitely the stars. Well, the superstars.
Yeah. Michael Jordan got a lot. I mean, obviously, San Francisco 49ers back in the 80s got a lot, and I loved that team, but they got a lot of favorable calls as well in a lot of games. Obviously, LeBron James with the the Thunder last year was a little bit questionable as well. Yes, I'm being careful saying that. No.
I don't want to get started with the LeBron's James complaining.
LeBron's James.
A lot of my fouls are not basketball plays. First of all, Kurt Heinrich in the first quarter basically grabbed me with two hands and brought me to the ground. The last one, Taj Gibson was able to collar me around my shoulder and bring me to the ground. Those are not defensive. Those are not basketball plays.
Those were basketball plays. I mean, just the crying that goes on in the league now is ridiculous.
It's getting worse.
I mean, just those are. I saw the game.
Mm-hmm.
Those are just hard fouls. I mean, just the treatment that the stars get, and when they don't get it, they complain so much. Especially Wade. Remember him, every time a call didn't go his way, he would just complain
constantly.
Yeah. And Kobe does it a lot.
Hey! I got no.
Yeah, trying to draw those fouls. Yeah, you got Gasol doing it too, the yelling.
Yeah, that's probably that is definitely one of the worst trends going on in both in the NBA, and it happens in college a lot too, I think, obviously. It seems like everybody's just looking for a foul on every single play.
Yeah.
Offensively and defensively, by the way, right? Like the flopping.
Yeah.
Offensively and defensively, everybody's trying to draw a foul, and when they don't get it,
Yeah, they look right at the ref. Like, what, you're not going to call that?
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
Are you kidding? They're just irate about it, and they give them like the death stare.
Yeah. They just want to get bailed out every time.
No matter what. Yeah. It's an endless. It's a virus in the league. It's like the National Fouls League. They should just call it the NFL. Hey. Okay. Just kidding. The NFL.
It's just so bad that now that if there's a hard foul, you get this type of crying going on.
All the time. And, oh, man. Speaking of which, the whole Miami Heat, right? It's been that long since since episode 96. So was it running in place? We never actually commented about Ray Allen versus JJ Barea. Talking about falling and crying. Mr. Ray Allen.
Yeah. That was ridiculous.
Now we can finally talk about it. Me and you can finally talk about it on your... Both of us were pretty big fans of Ray Allen for quite a long time, especially Mr. Forecaster here next to me. Yes.
Back in the Milwaukee Bucks days.
Yes.
With Milwaukee.
Yes, before he got traded for Gary Payton, who was a rental. That was a huge mistake by the Bucks, right? Yeah, I know you never forgave them for that one.
No.
I don't blame you. That would be like trading Garnett for Pau Gasol, and he's a free agent, and we're not going to re-sign him. It's like, what? Oh my God! Oh, that's basically what they did, right? But back to Barea versus Ray Allen. You're a pussy. Oh, I just love that. Barea would not stop because he was dead right on it. I agree with Barea 100%. Was Ray Allen kidding me? I mean, it was just a hard foul. And he's acting like Barea tried to murder him, didn't he? He acted like he did.
Barea, that wasn't... he shouldn't have gotten ejected for that.
Yeah, he got ejected. And of course, you know what the league did, right? they reversed the call the next day. I mean, okay, that's good for Berea's pocketbook and everything and his reputation. They reversed it down to a flagrant 1 versus flagrant 2. But still, it still wasn't even a flagrant 1 as far as I'm concerned. I don't think it was. It was a hard foul.
Yeah, that's it. Mm-hmm. But according to LeBron's
James, right?
According to LeBron, that wasn't a basketball play. But it was. Nope. I mean,
it was hockey.
The league is just way too soft.
It really is. I mean, Michael Jordan would the stuff that the painful fouls that he took that weren't called against Detroit back in the late 80s, early 90s. Sorry, Keelan King. And no, I don't disagree with Detroit playing physical on a guy like that because that's good. That's good. Beat him up a little bit, make him earn it. And Jordan had to earn it. Boy, did he have to earn it. He had to bulk up and get stronger. That's how Jordan responded to it.
Yeah, the thing is, Jordan knew that was coming.
Yep.
And he did what he had to do to, stay within the game and not let that get to him.
No.
Not cry to the media.
Yeah. That's Bush League,
Yeah.
They call it everything Bush League. How was that Bush League? You say, remember, it was Bush League.
Yeah.
I don't know about that, Mr. Ray. I really don't. He lost me that night pretty much forever.
Yeah, when I heard that that's Bush League. It's like, get out of here with that.
Yeah, I mean, what are you, a wuss? I mean, obviously, yes. When Berea said that, I was just like, yes, keep it going, because you watch the YouTube video.
You can easily read his lips.
Yeah, you're a pussy, you're a bleeping pussy, you're a pussy, a bleeping pussy. That's how he said. He just kept going at him. Ray Allen, I think, was pointing to, like, the tunnel, like, yeah, get out of here, you're out of here, bud, or who knows what the heck kind of F-bombs he was probably throwing at him.
Yeah.
He probably was dropping, get the bleep out of here, I'm guessing. I'm just complete hypothetical, but I was about to fall asleep because, I was watching the replays late at night, and it's, really late, obviously, tired, kind of sleepy, just kind of enjoying it, though. But that woke me up, and I was awake for like 2 hours. That got the blood flowing big time watching that. I mean, my whole mood changed. And, of course, the whole mood of that game completely changed. The Heat just went berserk, and there was one call after another that did not go the Wolves' way after that. And the fans were really, really raining down the boos on the Heat during that game. And that was during their massive win streak. I believe that was number 10 or 11 in a row at that point. So it wasn't quite as big as it ended. What do you think about the 27-game win streak? Huh?
Yeah, I don't think about it. I'm not a Heat fan, so I don't think about it.
You love the Heat, don't you?
No, I don't.
Look at us. We're Lakers and Heat-centric in this early on here. Yeah, because, yeah, you don't think about it, do you? Yeah. The Heat aren't really thinking about much either lately because they're doing the same thing as the Spurs. They're like the Eastern Conference version of the Spurs right now. Oh, yeah, LeBron's out, Wade's out, Chalmers is out, Ray Allen's out. Yeah, against the Bobcats. Gee, I wonder why. Could it be because it's the Bobcats?
I thought that was kind of weird that Popovich got fined for that.
Yeah, they wanted to crack down on it.
Yeah, but for the Heat, it's no problem.
Mm-hmm. Something's funky here. I mean, maybe they're trying to prove that there really is truly an excuse because it's kind of hard to, like, the Spurs just sat him without saying they're hurt. I guess that's the only thing I can think of. Yes, where the Heat actually said, "Oh, well, he stubbed his toe." No, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
LeBron's got a hangnail and he's doubtful today. He's, and one of his eyebrows grew a little bit too much, so he's gonna have to take care of that. Yeah. Okay. That's about it, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
LeBron's hangnail. Ray Allen is just a pussy, so he can't play tonight. He's a pussy. He doesn't want to get hit by somebody. He just, you cannot make contact on Ray Allen. Can't do that. Otherwise, that's like being like a bully in the NHL or something, and by the way, the other thing of note. There's a reason why Berea bumped Ray Allen, because Berea was Berea was manning up to Ray Allen. Ray Allen pushed him in the face.
Yeah.
He pushed him in the face. It's like, backwards. So there's a reason Berea bounced him. It's not because Berea's just like trying to knock him around. It's because Ray Allen started it. Did I say that? Ray Allen started it? Uh-oh. Yeah, that's about it, isn't it? Oh, man. How about them Heat?
How about them Lakers?
How about them Lakers?
Nice 22-game win streak against us.
Yeah, we talked about that on the Vinci. Yes, 22-game win streak. We cannot beat that team. I think the Heat are kind of in the same situation right now. Every time we play the Heat, it's like a 25-point difference. It's a bad matchup. And the Lakers every time we play them. I told Vince about because you haven't gotten around to that show yet. Look at you. But I told Vince about, he was saying, I could just picture you two guys sitting on the couch watching Wolves-Lakers. How it's like, why can't we win, And I told him about how you do this. You grab your cheeks and like your eyes stretch. That's what it's like, though.
When I saw that.
The Rubio one is the worst.
Yeah.
It's illegal for the Lakers to lose to the Wolves. It's illegal. It's the law.
Yeah, well, they're on a mission, and the refs are on a mission to help them out.
Just get that 8th seed and get swept in the first round. Well, like the Lakers used to own the Spurs, so you never know. They used to be the worst matchup in the world for the Spurs for whatever reason, which is kind of cool because I hate the Spurs so much. It was nice that somebody could beat them, but then it's like the other team you don't want to win.
Yeah, I'm wondering something. I don't know if it's just me or if I'm just not noticing it.
Mm-hmm.
But has the league turned into like a league of streaks? I mean,
yes.
It's just a thing that's going on now.
It's incredibly streaky, isn't it? Yeah, I mean the Knicks are now on an 11-game win streak. The Nuggets finished a 16-game win streak. I called it 15 last time, but it's actually 16. They lost to the Hornets in theirs. The Heat lost to the Bulls. When the Knicks' winning streak is still alive, including a victory over the Heat recently for number 10. A blowout victory over the Heat, by the way. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, getting so much media attention. Because after the Heat lost, it was like, okay, who's next? Okay, well, this team has, four-game win streak.
Yeah, and then the Knicks now, that's developed all the way up into 11. Yeah, they're the third long win streak. It's a streaky league. It really is. Minnesota Wild are very streaky as well, by the way. I'm just throwing that in there. Yeah, right after their nice win streak, they're now on a losing streak. Go Wild. Anyhow. Yeah, it is a league of streaks this year. The 2013 season is the Streak League. The National Streak Basketball Association. Yes, isn't that great? Yeah, Carmelo Anthony's been on a huge scoring run, by the way. Old NBA Jam is back. That's for all you really old Timberwolves Explosion. Like, not old aged, but like you've been listening to Timberwolves Explosion since my solo days, I called Carmelo Anthony Old NBA Jam because of his 33-point third quarter against the Wolves. Wolves were blowing out the Nuggets at the time. Nuggets, by the way, in that game. And the Wolves lost by like 15 because old NBA Jam had 33 points because he was on fire. That was frustrating. So, yes, NBA Jam is back. That's Carmelo Anthony. Yeah, 50 points against the Heat, 41 just recently. Yeah. They're on a mission to get beat in the second round or the conference final by the Heat, I'm guessing. So now that we're done with league talk, we're going to move right into the Timberwolves right after this. So, how does it feel to be back?
Oh, it feels great. I'm glad you got Vince in to hold the fort down.
He did a great job. Thank you again, Vince.
I definitely like the upgrades we got going here.
I do too. This is making a great help for the show.
Oh yeah, it makes things a lot easier.
Finally. Timberwolves Explosion at its finest. And we are back here on Timberwolves Explosion, episode number 99, which is a reminder for all you iPod users, you MP3 player users, and Android phone, all of you out there. iTunes, double twist. iTunes for Apple, double twist for Android. That's all you have to do is go to the Google Play Store and get double twist so you can listen to us on your Android devices. So there you go. And of course, on Windows phones, all you have to do is search for Timberwolves Explosion in the Windows Store. Ready to rock and roll there. And we're ready to talk about the Timberwolves. But very quickly, Howlin' T-Wolf is a wonderful website where they blog about the Timberwolves. They keep keep you up to date with everything Timberwolves related, positive and negative. They do a great job, and they keep everything current. That's what's important. They don't just disappear for a month or two and say, oh, yeah, I'll get back to the site when I feel like it. No, they're there all the time. That's what counts. Isn't it? Isn't it oh so true? Yes, sir. So here we go. It's time to get to the Timberwolves. Yes, that's the whole point of the show, isn't it? Ultimately, yes. We're going to briefly go over some, since we recorded with Vince last week, there was like one too many games here, but we're going to kind of very briefly go with the first two here at the end of March. Well, we beat Oklahoma City on March 29th, Friday, March 29th. That's when we actually recorded, but recorded before that game. 101-93, the Wolves beat Oklahoma again. We beat them twice this year. Doesn't that tell you how good we could be if Kevin Love was healthy and we were a playoff team? Doesn't that tell you something? What do you think?
It does. I actually watched that game. I mean, the Oklahoma just seemed off the game. Like they didn't really care.
That or they?
I didn't mind that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
We won anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean that was a good game. I would definitely like to see CJ getting more minutes, but I don't think that's going to happen for the rest of the season.
Yeah, that's coming in.
Adelman's so in love with Steensma.
Yeah, we're not understanding that, are we?
Oh.
That's an ongoing thing. It's been an ongoing frustration for us. Don't understand it. I really don't. Don't you love it? Oh, don't you love it? Yeah, we got the Memphis Grizzlies. We lose to them like we always do, 99-86 on Saturday the 30th. So yeah, we're going to just briefly talk about these two, and then we'll kind of get more into the April games, just because. I mean, yeah, the Oklahoma City game was. Hey, I mean, it was fun to see us win. I mean, it's like I kind of hate the Thunder, so naturally it was fun for me in that sense. But it's like, well, too little, too late. It's like, yay, we're not going to pick 7th, we're going to pick 8th in the draft. Then again, who knows? Ping pong balls go either way. It's just we're going to have less ping pong balls, I guess. So, yeah. It's nice to win, but it's sad when it doesn't really mean all that much. That's the crappy part.
Yeah.
It's like a tease, isn't it? Pekavic was incredible. Rubio was good, blah, blah, blah. Chase Budinger was good, but it's just, again, too little, too late. We need Kevin Love, and we need a freaking shooting guard on this roster.
Yeah, I mean, some people, I'm included in that, believe that, winning right now is actually hurting us.
With the draft position.
Pick. Yeah, I mean, so I don't think we're actually going to be able to pick a decent guy for this team anyway. I mean, we haven't done it in a while, and we're lucky with Rubio.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was one that just fell in our lap. In a lot of, I mean, that's exactly what happened. He just fell in our lap because Memphis was too stupid. Well, obviously they had Conley, but Conley to me isn't, long term going to be as good as Rubio. Long term. They took to beat, and obviously the Thunder liked James Harden, and well, he ended up being better than we thought. Holy cow, did he end up being better? Oh my goodness gracious. Yes. Yeah, James Harden. Yeah, that guy. The guy that Rick Adelman wanted to have Luke Ridnour guard him one-on-one. That didn't work out.
Well, yeah, Adelman knows that. See, Adelman knows something that we don't, and that's that Luke Ridnour is a defensive specialist.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's a specialist. I mean, you don't see little things that go on. No. He plays the mind games that we need.
Mm-hmm.
Adelman knows that, and we have to trust in Adelman. New slogan.
In Adelman we trust, right? Is that what you're thinking? Yeah. Luke Ridnour being a defensive specialist.
I mean, there's no reason for us to play CJ.
No reason.
We don't need Chris Johnson. We don't need that athleticism.
We got the.
We don't need excitement. Mm-hmm. That's not what it's about. It's about not winning.
Yeah,
Adelman doesn't want to win.
Probably. and they are winning like crazy now. I mean, what is this? Like look at all this green. Look at all this green. Look at all this. We beat the Celtics. We finally beat the Celtics, but of course Garnett and Pierce weren't playing. Yeah, you know what I mean? We finally beat the Celtics. We beat the Thunder. We beat the Bucks. But, at Milwaukee, which is actually impressive for the Wolves to win on the road. what the hell is this? What do we win? Like 4 out of 5, 4 out of 6 here, 4 out of 6. What? When's the last time that happened? I guess Kevin Love was probably healthy and playing very well the last time that happened.
Yeah, I would rather beat Boston and the Thunder when they're actually trying. It didn't seem like they were completely in the game.
And that had to
Boston, like you said, didn't have their superstars.
No, they didn't have old stars, super old stars. Yeah. You know what I mean? Just super old. You were the OKC. I mean, everybody played, and Durant at 36 in that game. Yeah, I mean, just really off game, I guess. I mean, the Wolves do match up fairly well against the Thunder.
Yeah, we do.
We really do. We played very well against them last year. And obviously that epic, forgive me for using that word, but double overtime game in Oklahoma City, because that's what it was. I mean, that was one of the games of the entire season last year. And we lost, but man, we were into it. The Timberwolves lost. We're into that thing all the way to the bitter end.
Yeah, matchups in our favor was also true with, I should say used to be true with the Clippers.
Yeah, it used to be. Now it's like, yuck. Now we can't beat them anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe we can now, because it seems like they're starting to hit some type of mental wall.
The Shved wall.
Yeah, that too. I got dribble on a bone. Okay, sorry.
Yeah,
that was that Clipper
game.
game.
Errors with Shved. I mean, I still don't see it. I know I keep talking about it. I just don't see him as being any type of a starter.
Mm-hmm. Much less a star. Like a lot of people see him as like an NBA star. Maybe not superstar, but star.
No.
I don't see it either. I don't. And even Vince was willing to admit it. He was saying, "You guys are too hard on him." Remember?
Yeah.
But and now he didn't necessarily mean too hard, just hard on him. But yeah, now he's like, boy, he's hit the rookie wall. That's what he said on Facebook. We got to get to that too here in a second. I'm almost blowing off the Facebook page. Shame on me, right? Like, oh no, not the Facebook page. Too scary, right? All this harsh criticism of Timberwolves explosion. No, I'm kidding. No, we'll go to what's current on there in a second. But yeah, excuse me. Sorry. But yeah, some of this
about the rookie wall thing with Shved.
You don't think?
I mean, most rookies hit it.
Yes.
Bump off of it and get better again.
Mm-hmm.
Shved hit that thing going 80 miles an hour.
It seems like it. It does. It really does.
Yeah, and you can factor in that it was the beginning of the season. We were winning. Mm-hmm. Other teams weren't, coming together yet. They weren't, other teams just weren't 100%.
Mm-hmm.
They decided, Shved's not strong. He couldn't go around screens. And he's still, like now, the way he dribbles, his shooting's horrible. Shot selection's horrible. Trade him.
That's a quick solution, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely lacks the physical strength. And, this is something I've been thinking for a while, too, obviously, or been talking about for a while, is, in his case, if he is going to be a member of this organization, he really needs to hit the weight room this summer, big time.
Yep.
He needs to drink those milkshakes, those protein shakes. That needs to be IV'd into his system 24 hours a day. He needs to be pumping that iron. Like it's nobody's business, because he gets manhandled. He gets manhandled constantly in this league.
Yeah, I don't see. Excuse me. I don't see a reason to keep him. We aren't the Heat. We're not top team to just hold on to guys unless they got to show us something for us to hold on. We can't have too many projects on this team. We're not good enough for that.
Mm-hmm.
And
there's that.
I mean, Kurt Brewer's not the strongest guy in the league, but he gets it done. And Shved, the way he's been playing, I just don't see that that's something special about him. Mm-hmm. I just don't see it.
He's got the swagger dribble. What's wrong with that?
And that's not going to win any games for us.
Yes.
And it's neutralized by all the turnovers that he does, and the bad decisions.
And just missed shots. I mean, because he's certainly not lethal from 3-point range, is he?
Not at all. I mean, a lot of people made it seem like he was just deadly from 3.
45%, baby. Just whoosh. he's Randy Foye. Like, okay, dare I say that? Randy Foye is actually a good 3-point shooter now.
Yeah, I would rather have him as a backup point guard, but
I like
use him
that
as a shooting guard.
I like him in transition. Like the transition passing.
Yeah.
I like that stuff. It's good, excellent, especially him and Kirilenko. But it's kind of like in hockey sometimes, where certain guys they might not play very well, but then all of a sudden they pair up with a certain other guy and they play really well. Look at me talking about hockey, but I can't help it. I mean, no, it's true though. It's a fact. I mean, you see certain guys pair up on certain lines in hockey. All of a sudden, whoa, they're really good now.
Yeah, I noticed that though.
It's like that.
Fed.
Yeah,
and that. I mean, this is the NBA.
It's like a click.
You got 4 other guys you got to play with. You get a whole team. I mean,
yeah,
it
too
can't
clicky.
be that way with just when Kirilenko's back. Oh, I could play better now.
Yes, yep. Because without Kirilenko, it's like he's just a fish out of water.
Yeah.
You don't want that to happen. He just dries up. Literally, that's what would happen to a poor fish in that situation. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, you don't want. Yeah, you just don't want that. That should be basic. And then you don't want. So suppose a star can only be a star when Kirilenko's here. I mean, you should want a guy who doesn't need that teammate to get him going.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
you should want to shine by yourself.
Yeah, you should. I mean, and it's nice to have good chemistry with guys. It's, and there's always that possibility. There's just one guy you're going to have that magical chemistry with versus others. But yeah, you got to be able to have something going on with someone else too. You can't just be, you can't just have a lifeline with one other guy. Because if you do, you're not going to make it.
And he's not a point guard. Mm-hmm. I mean, I know that,
not a point guard, but he can be like a backup one, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying about, the chemistry thing.
Yeah.
And it applies with point guards. The guy's sweet spots where he wants the ball, this guy can lob, stuff like that. But Shved's not, he doesn't have the ball that much.
No.
And it seems like it's not just his passing that gets worse, it's everything.
Mm-hmm. He's struggling. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. We should trade him. I mean, I know it's just too many things going wrong with him. I mean, we need proven guys on this team right now. I mean, cut the fat.
Mm-hmm. Well, and my thing is though with him. I mean, where do I want to go? that's a because I'm kind of scared to trade him in a way that, boy, what would we get? And it's not because I'm sure other teams value him, but it's like we'd be trading him probably at his bottom right now. We'd be trading him at his basement stock price. I'm thinking. Because I got to think it's going to come up. I mean, it's not going to go up into the ceiling like some people. It's not going to burst through the ceiling like some people think. But it's going to be somewhere in the middle.
I don't even see it. I mean, like some people say, Ginobili.
Yeah,
I just don't see that. I don't see it. Looking at him
be nice.
from with the Homer glasses off.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't see Shved doing anything that any other bench guy on any other team isn't doing.
Well, right now that's a really good point. That's a frighteningly good.
Things he does, yeah, he's gonna make a 3, but to us it seems like, oh, he's on fire.
He made a 3-pointer, damn 3-pointer. Oh my God, he made. Do you realize what just happened? He made two
threes.
Threes.
So he needs to be a next starter.
Yeah, it's like it doesn't happen that much. It really doesn't. Like let's just randomly go, or not randomly, but say the Celtics game on the first. How did Shved do on the Celtics game, or in the Celtics game against Courtney Lee and Avery Bradley? Terrence Williams, who's that? No, I'm thinking. Yeah, he was on the Nets, wasn't he?
Pick him up.
Yeah, he was on the Nets before, right?
Sounds
very familiar. Yeah. Well, Alexei hit 1 of 3 in this game. From 3, 4 of 8 from the floor. Solid game for the way he's been playing of late, but against the Celtics really they got 2 shooting guards that we could have had at least one of them. They kind of offset each other, those 2 guys. Jordan Crawford. I'm looking at Jason. Well, there, Crawford and Courtney Lee. Yeah, Terrence Williams came off the bench also and did well. Celtics had 3 guards coming off the bench. They all did really well. That's kind of funny. But that's because it was Luke Ridnour and Shved they're going against, and Barea. And Barea. Yeah. Pekavic has been pretty much owning people this past week. He's been getting like 28, 29, 30. I mean, he's been tearing it up, but rebounding has not been existent for anybody in the roster. The Celtics game was fun. 30 assists. That was a fun game. It's just, we went. I mean, look at their starting lineup though: Avery Bradley, Courtney Lee, Chris Wilcox, who was D-League basically. Jeff Green, he had that awesome game against Miami recently, but in a loss. Brandon Bass is okay, but eh.
Yeah, and with that Boston game, a thing I noticed was Steensma didn't play, and
yeah, exactly.
Chris Johnson didn't play. I thought at least,
what? Yeah. I guess it's the whole Chris Wilcox situation because there was like nobody else.
Yeah, but I know we're not getting to the playoffs, but we also know that Peck is injury prone.
Yeah, he is.
Pretty much say he's injury prone at this point.
He is.
And why play him 41 minutes?
That's
and we have Chris Johnson just sitting there on the waist.
That's pretty strange. I mean, you look at that. He made all 11 of his free throws, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
That's awesome, but yeah, that's a little bit too much. I mean, yeah, he was playing well, but, geez, I mean, I know you want to keep the hot hand going and all that good stuff, but he is injury prone, yeah. And it's not exactly like we're fighting for the playoffs here.
Yeah, it's not like Chris Johnson could even play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, what the hell?
You got DNP.
And also
coach's decision. I mean, he's not injured.
No, not injured. And same with Jellaball or Michael Gabaldi or whatever we like to call him, Mikhail Jellaball, Mikhail Jella, whatever. And what's also funny though too, here's a contradiction that we jumped on earlier. Rick Adelman on Real GM. Yeah, what did he say about Chris Johnson and Jellaball? What did he say about him?
Actually, I missed that one.
Yeah, he said that. He said, "Oh, we like them. We really like them, and it's okay if you really like them. Why aren't they playing?" That's all I
mean
say.
Before. I thought that was
Yeah. Sorry. Yep. He said we really like them, but it's like, well, then why aren't they playing, Rick?
Yeah.
Because you're the guy that's deciding if they're playing or not. If you really like them, then why aren't they playing? It's not like you have this glut of talent in the way. Pekavic is talented. Steensma, not really. Derek Williams is kind of hot and cold. He's kind of taking a step back this week. He's back down to his 11-point type performances in like half a game, minutes. Yeah,
money wise, if Chris Johnson can replicate what Steensma's doing, I think he can.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's cheaper. Mm-hmm. Just give him minutes to develop him, Chris Johnson.
Yeah, you could do it for $900K at most, maybe even less, maybe significantly less.
I mean, if we have to, pay Pekavic, and there's no telling what Budinger might ask for. We need the money.
Yeah, because we have to pay Pekavic, or we're gonna see him go bye-bye.
Yeah.
How much do you want to bet that Portland, if they can, they're going to try to?
Oh yeah, they're going to do whatever.
Offer sheet.
Or help another team try to get them.
Yeah, something's going to
some trade. Yeah.
Yep. Portland's always jumping in, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're always trying to pull something. Those sons of guns. Oh my goodness, they love to hate the Wolves.
Oh.
They really do, and the Wolves love to hate Portland, I guess, because we tried to do the same thing to them with the French Batman. Yes, sir. Batman with the French accent. Okay. April the 3rd, Wednesday, Minnesota against Milwaukee. That's your number 2 club for quite a while there. Yes, sir. Ray Allen free. But they do have a shooting guard who's very short but very good, but of course shoots too much. That's Mona Ellis. And the Wolves defeat the Bucks in Milwaukee. Pekavic with another upper 20s game, 27 points, 8 rebounds this time. Ooh. But Rubio, I think, was the man of the night. Even though Pekavic's stats were off the charts, Rubio with a 19 and 12 and 8 steals. 12 assists, that is. 8 steals. 8 turnovers, unfortunately.
Yeah, so it's neutralized.
Damn it. Why'd you have to do that to us? They're like, yeah, he really got to Ellis. I mean, 3 turnovers for Brandon Jennings. Yeah, Rubio outperformed Brandon Jennings. I like it. Good stuff. He outperformed Ellis also. Rubio is starting to become a scoring threat. And they've been talking about that in the paper also. He's becoming a scoring threat. That is really cool.
Yeah.
And that's why his assist numbers are up, actually, because of that. And what's really crazy, though,
those 3-pointers.
He was 5 of 6.
Yeah.
Holy cow. The Timberwolves were 8 of 13 from 3 in this game. 8 of 13. Good for 50. No, not 56. Excuse me, 62% from 3-point range. That's insane. That's pretty good. I'll take it. Yeah, so with that, we're going to go to the next game. Okay, I'm just kidding. I had to, but we might as well also, right? For the sake of time, but also, I mean, this was a fun game, though. It's just, doggone it. You know, I mean, we want to enjoy these wins because they're kind of cool, but then it's like, we're not going anywhere. We're not going anywhere. But, I mean, no, I applaud the effort by the Wolves. Vince Germano also wants us to know that he's happy that the Wolves aren't just kind of laying down and letting teams wipe us out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, because it's kind of lame. I mean, I remember was it 3-4? No, it's been a while. Mark Mad Dog Madsen, thank God he's not on the roster. But I remember the final game of the season. You know, I've probably mentioned this, I don't know, 100 times on the show in the past, but not lately. Mark Madsen launched like 12 3-pointers. Do you remember that game?
Yeah.
Against, was it Memphis? That's who it was. Because it was pure, like, we were intentionally trying to not win the game. And it's just, that's kind of, there's a point when you know, okay, you want to, like, still get this draft pick because, you know, and you have to lose this game. But, my God, make it more obvious. You know, it was tacky. You think so?
Yeah.
Especially if it's Mark Madsen shooting.
Yeah, it's too obvious.
It's tacky, you know? Like, have whoever shooting threes, not, like, Madsen. Come on. That was so tacky. Like, maybe if it's Madsen's last game or whatever, because and it probably was, I think. I hope. That was real tacky. And a lot of people were pretty pissed off about that. Kevin Garnett was really mad. I know that.
Yeah.
He was pissed. So, yeah, I mean, that's where Vince's point is absolutely valid. I mean, the Wolves were very close to a massive winning streak here. Do you realize that? Because we lost to Toronto last night by only 2 points. April the 5th. 95-93. Almost. We'd be on a 4-game win streak. That's crazy. That's crazy. DeMar DeRozan, a shooting guard that I really, really would love to see in a Wolves uniform right now. Wouldn't you?
Oh, definitely.
Wouldn't you? I mean, he's not the perfect shooting guard, but my God, he'd be. I mean, he's good. He's
better than Luke at shooting guard.
He's 100 million times better than Luke, isn't he? Yeah, I mean, that draft, I'm telling you, I wanted DeMar DeRozan back in that draft, the 2009, I believe. Yeah, it had to be. Yeah, the whole Rubio, the infamous Johnny Flynn post Rubio. It was 2009, yep. He didn't go till 9th to the Raptors. I actually was thinking the Wolves take him at 6. I honestly was thinking that, say, if we were to wind up with Brandon Jennings or something. You know, that's what I was imagining back then. Because I was not thinking Rubio slipping to number 5. No way.
Yeah, yep.
So I was thinking Brandon Jennings and DeMar DeRozan. Whoa, that'd be a pretty awesome draft. That'd be awesome. There's your backcourt forever, you know, for a while. And just imagine Rubio and DeRozan right now versus Rubio and Cash to fire Rambis. Like about $1 million, I think, or 900,000, whatever we got for that draft pick.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I like Rubio, but even a Curry DeRozan.
Look at you. Oh, that would be an awesome. Yeah,
that'd be a possibility. You know, if you would have, man.
That'd be a very high flying backcourt, by the way.
Yeah,
very.
Man,
you talking about fast
scoring?
Yeah, scoring. No, I'm sorry, I had to do it. Yeah, it'd be. Oh man, that was. Yeah, I mean, it would be.
Wow,
it would be fun. Look at us in look at us in all our hypotheticals, but. You know, I mean, I did want DeRozan at the time. I did, but of course it just didn't happen. So yeah, we're not trying to speculate because obviously it's the past. But yeah, I did want him. I didn't think he was going to be great. He's not great, but he's good. Yeah. And every time he played Toronto, it's like, man, I really wish. There's just no way we could even trade for him. Probably. I mean, without like. Well, actually, I'm sure we could have somehow if we had a smart GM.
It's tough stuff. You got to pull the trigger pretty early.
Of course, yeah. Like right now, we probably would get ripped off.
Yeah.
We'd probably get ripped off. We'd make some mistake. Here's Dante Cunningham, man. Here's Dante Cunningham and Derek Williams. Yes. No, I'm kidding. Actually, I would probably still do that, but that's how desperate we are for a freaking shooting guard. That's actually pretty good. He looked pretty good last night. But so did Rubio. Oh, Rubio. He missed a layup late in the game. That was a bummer.
Oh, he looked so happy. And
Didn't he, though?
Sure of himself that it was an easy bucket.
It was funny looking, wasn't it?
Yeah,
He's
look
like,
back.
yay! Actually, that was tonight's game. We'll catch you. That was tonight's game. That was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
but
hasn't- yeah.
last night he blew a layup that we needed really bad late down the stretch there. But tonight's was funny. Detroit. That was pretty funny.
Tonight was, I'm not going to forget that for a while.
He's all happy looking. Like, oh, yeah, here we go. Oh, it rimmed. It wasn't even like a good looking layup either. Oh, Ricky, come on, man. Come on, man. Wake up, buddy. Wake up. Look at you. Oh, but yeah, the Wolves lost the Toronto game, and it just it was just one of those games that we easily could have won and just didn't. But tonight the Wolves won. Rick Adelman finally got his 1,000th win. 107 to 101. Yep, we beat the Bad Boys. The Bad Boys part of Rip City Bad Boys, because we're never going to beat Rip City. We never beat Portland. Oh, Tristan Mayer, we never beat your team, and we never beat Vince's or Tom Reed's team. We never beat them, or V Train. Yep, those are the Laker guys there. Yeah, we never beat those guys ever. But we beat, we swept. We swept the Bad Boys this year, Keelan King. We swept you. We swept you. And you're probably like, so? Yeah. It's like, so what, right? We didn't even, neither side's making the playoffs.
Look at Brandon Knight.
Oh, yeah. I got to think, now he was mentioning on his show recently, like, why the hell are they wasting so much time on a douche like Rodney Stuckey?
Yeah.
When they could be developing guys like Andre Drummond, Greg Monroe, and, well, tonight they played quite a bit. That had to be nice. I mean, Monroe obviously is pre-playing anyway, but Andre Drummond with 31 minutes tonight.
Oh, yeah, Max Seal. Max Seal didn't play.
Yeah, that's the key. Like, you don't want Max Seal in there if you're a Pistons fan, or Maggette, because it's like, or Villanueva, guys like that, because it's just a waste.
Yeah. Yep.
It's a waste. Let the young talented guys play, damn it. So obviously, very good point. They did. They finally let him play. Unfortunately, they still lost. But it's like, I mean, I'm sure it's nice to win, but it's like at the same time, it's nice to get these guys developing as well. Yeah. Brandon Knight, huge game, huge, and obviously a lot of tension between Brandon Knight and Pekavic.
Yeah,
the whole game, just about. Brandon Knight's trying to do his, what's-his-name impression. Oh, what's-his-name? Richard Hamilton wearing the mask. The man behind the mask. He's out of control. Okay, sorry. Yeah, Pekavic with another stat filler. Big time. Rubio with not quite the game you'd really want from,
Yeah.
All of his points came from the free throw line, except for the one little mid-range shot he had like at the end of the game there that actually helped seal the deal.
And it looks like Shved is in Adelman's doghouse.
Oh, my God, yeah. 3.5 minutes, and that's about it. 2 fouls. Oh, he did get an assist, but he made up for it with a turnover. Son of a...
Gave the ball back.
He did.
And it was nice to see Adelman's wife.
Yes.
Looking healthy.
Yes. She looked... She looked good. She looked healthy. Yeah, she did. So because that was obviously a major concern earlier in the year when Adelman disappeared for a good month, right? It was about a month. So that's encouraging to see that. Wishing her well. Hopefully she is healthy. Hopefully, I mean, because we don't know for sure. We'll admit, unfortunately. So yeah, best wishes to Miss Adelman, of course. 1,000 wins for Rick. 1,000. It took about 1,000 years, but finally happened. Poor guy. Because the Wolves keep getting hurt. They got hurt all last year when they probably should have made the playoffs. They got hurt all this year when they probably should have made the playoffs. So, of course, it took way too long for him to get number 1,000. He should have probably had it last year. Well, maybe my math's a little bit too crazy there. But, yeah, maybe really early this year if all went well. But, well, there it is. Aren't you happy? Adelman's finally got 1,000 wins, so we finally could stop worrying about that, I guess. That's the good part. Now it's going to get 1,000 more. before we're happy. Okay, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately for him, no titles, many great teams, Portland Trailblazers, NBA Finals twice. Sacramento just could not get past the Lakers or the Timberwolves in 2004. That was fun. Yeah, it's been a great career, though. I mean, obviously in Houston, he had the same injury bug following him there. Hopefully Timberwolves can get past it this time. We need Love to come back in the worst way next year. Healthy, ready to rock and roll. Hopefully that... Hopefully, I mean, it's probably just have to just sit him out the rest of the year, right? I mean, just let him sit the rest of the year. What's the point?
Oh, no, man. I would play him.
You would play Love?
I mean,
what do you think?
I mean, think about how much you're paying him.
Yeah, that's the other part. That's the other
I'm
part.
paying guy millions. I'm like, hey, man, you're going out there.
As long as it's healthy, but apparently he's not been cleared to play, though. That's the one thing.
Yeah,
The doctors
right.
did not
Yeah.
clear it, so that means it's like, screw it, I guess, unfortunately. Well, we'll see. Maybe he'll get cleared to play for like the last week. Sometimes teams do that, or in the last 3 weeks.
Taylor has to be upset about it.
Kevin Love needs to be playing. Okay, sorry. That's about how he talks.
It's like, look, man, I'm paying you millions. I mean...
Oh, but he's used to that. Taylor's used to paying power forwards millions. Now, who was that other guy again? I can't remember, but yeah, he's that one guy who wears green. Son of a gun.
Think about it from Taylor's point. A lot of money has been wasted.
Yeah, unfortunately.
And hopefully,
At least
Khan won't be here next season.
that's the other thing. Yep. Now we can finally talk about that before we get into what impressed us and annoyed us.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about Adelman.
Yeah. That's...
Because his love for these 3-point guard things, I mean, there's a way out of it.
And that one-on-one BS. One-on-one against Harden. One-on-one against Kobe. One-on-one against DeRozan, it looks like. No, of course. Yeah, of course. It was one. Not that DeRozan's as good as Kobe or Harden, but hey, he looked pretty good last night.
That's where they're getting the points from.
Yeah, they're getting points off shooting guards, yeah. Hasn't it been that way? It seems like it's been like that for like 50 years. Shooting guards always torch the Wolves, no matter what. Even when Sprewell was here.
Well, it was players in general torch us. I mean, bench guys can have set records against us.
Kareem Rush. That's all I got to say.
Man.
Kareem Rush, Vince Germano. He remembers that. Kareem Rush. Remember?
Man.
Do you remember
Anthony
that?
Randolph looked like a stud
Lakers.
playing against us.
Anthony Randolph?
Yeah.
Anthony Randolph. Yeah, he did at times. Huh?
When he was with the Warriors.
Yeah, way back when he was actually looked on as a prospect rather than a,
Yeah, a lot.
Dead man walking.
Yeah, a lot rather than setting records for guys or breaking bad ones for them.
Oh, man. We've been through it too much, haven't we? Oh, why do we keep doing this? So, yeah, Flip Saunders, there was rumors at one point, yes, because we gotta hear it from the forecaster, yes. The possibility of David Kahn being fired and replaced by Flip Saunders, Flip Saunders.
I'd
Gotta
like
fire
to see
Adelman. Huh?
like to see that.
Yeah, it'd be an upgrade, wouldn't it?
They probably would fire Adelman and become the coach.
Or maybe, that's what I don't want, actually, because Flip is good with point guards, but I don't like just that jump shooting offense that he had for 10 years. I mean, I was a season ticket holder for 4 years. I'm telling you, I got some scars all over me. And there's see this big, huge thing right here? Yeah, it's huge. Look at all these stitches. I've been through too much for that. I mean, a lot of people in this town love Flip Saunders. And they wanted him to be the new coach of the Gophers. That wouldn't kill me. It wouldn't have killed me. But of course, Richard Pitino. Well, let's see what happens there. I'm actually pretty excited. The son of Rick Pitino, who will win the national championship Monday night against Michigan, by the way. But not that I'm a huge college guy, but I like Rick Pitino. So just hearing that name is like, yes, Rick Pitino, Richard Pitino in Minnesota. It's a nice combination. But enough of that, right? Boy, oh boy. Flip Saunders coaching the Wolves again? Nah.
Well, actually, what I want to know about the Wolves is if we're firing our scouts. I don't know if it's
they got a shred. Hey,
if
man,
Khan's doing it or what, but our scouts suck.
But they got a shred. No, I'm kidding. No, I don't.
I mean, it should have started. We
Yeah,
should
with
have
the
got
draft.
new scouts after we got Flynn.
Yeah, really. What the? And Wesley.
Yeah,
There's, I mean, I hate Syracuse because of those guys. I actually used to like the Orangeman. You know that? Now I hate him. That was devastating. I remember even at the time, we're like, I don't want another Syracuse guy. And then it's like, oh, he looks okay. And then the next year, he's not even going to be in the league. This guy's a joke from all time.
yeah, but something has to change.
Yeah, really. Yeah, I mean, fire the scouts. Yeah, sad but true. Do we have to? No. Yes. Yeah, they're gonna have to clear house a little bit with the front office, I think. Yeah, I mean, just too many bad drafts. Way too many bad drafts. Khan cannot come back next year, and he obviously his contract's up. And yep.
Yeah, I know we do a whole lot of 2020 hindsight, but even the not drafting Flynn, that would have really changed this team.
It would have. Really, though, think about it. I mean, that's the one that's killing us. Wesley Johnson was hurting, too, quite a bit, but the Flynn one's really, really frustrating because there were a lot of guys there.
I mean, you couldn't really go wrong. Even if you don't get Rubio,
Yeah.
Jennings.
Jennings.
Think about Jennings, getting DeRozan, Curry DeRozan, Curry Jennings. I mean,
oh, man. And DeRozan, yeah. Don't say that name. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah,
Ty Lawson.
He's awesome. Yeah. He's awesome. Can you imagine it?
Wow.
Ouch. That was one of the great drafts. It really was. And we got Johnny Flynn.
And we could pick two of any of those guys.
Such a good draft. We got Johnny Flynn. We got the bust of the draft.
Rubio Curry.
Could you imagine a 6th overall pick not even being in the league just 2 years later? My God!
And I think the same
can
almost be said for Wesley.
Almost. Ugh.
I think it will be said.
You know, Wesley is going to be having you know what I've heard the rumor?
What?
Wesley Johnson's going to be taking up an Australian accent. He probably is next year, like Johnny did.
Yeah, I know Flynn's saying, "Oh man, it's great over here."
He's got an Australian.
Come on, buddy.
Yep. Hey, back in Syracuse. Let's go. Let's get some Syracuse in Aussie. Wouldn't that be nice?
He might. I mean, I'm thinking this is his only option.
Probably.
After this season's.
Oh, but he's hit a couple 3-pointers now, and they're tanking. It's like, so I really hope general managers aren't falling for that foolishness. How many times did GMs fall for that when a team's out of the contention? And this guy has a hot month of April, and then they fall for it, and it's 5-year contract, baby, $5 million a year, and 2 years later, it's get him out of here. Oh my God, get him out of here, right?
We can't really say that because look at Mr. Mana here.
Mana, we have manna from heaven. His name is Darko. Yes, Mana.
Yeah, so we actually fell for that foolishness. And actually, he didn't even do anything. He didn't even have a season like that where he impressed. Or actually does.
It was okay,
but not with the Knicks. He just didn't play.
Yeah.
But the other times where he was getting decent contracts, he had a little burst of
Yeah, with Orlando he did well. So then Memphis signed him for $7 million a year.
Yeah,
$7 million a year. And then David Kahn, you suck. Okay. Yeah. Man. And the other thing is, there's a reason why we don't have a shooting guard, right? This year, because we signed a guy with no knees. We gave him $5 million for free with no knees. Don't you just love that? So there's other reasons to fire Kahn right there too. But no, the manna from heaven. Do you realize what manna was meant to be? Manna was like food for people that were, they would have starved to death in the wilderness. Darko Milicic feeding anybody in the wilderness? I don't know about that. You know what I mean? Yeah, sure. The Timberwolves had a wilderness at center.
His pockets. That's
Yeah.
Feeding his pockets.
That's the true manna from heaven. Is the contract David Kahn gave him. It's manna from heaven, isn't it?
I mean,
and the buyout.
I really can't see Khan being there. Just imagine.
Come on, Khan.
If you're Taylor, just imagine for a regular person, what if you just lost $500? You'd be mad, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. $500.
$5 million. Just $5 million. Just
gone.
That's not even it. It's just, man.
And the other $5 million was times 2 at minimum with Darko. Just like literally by the second year, by Darko's second year under contract with the Wolves, it's like, this guy's gone, man. This guy's worthless. You signed a 4-year deal with this guy for $5 per?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
And Adelman knew at the beginning of the season, like when he would get asked, like, how long do you think? When do you think Roy will play? Adelman's kind of like, play. I don't know if he's gonna be able to walk in here. You know, play
Playoffs. Okay, sorry.
Adelman knew. Adelman knew that Roy was not gonna do anything, much of anything.
Mm-hmm.
And when he did, it was just, he's playing on borrowed time. I mean,
5 games. 5 games, so like $1 million a game.
Yeah.
There you go. Now there's manna from heaven. Hey, we got a new bet here. Manna from heaven. These contracts from hell that David Kahn issued out to players. Obviously the bad draft picks and the bad contracts. Oh, my God. And, thank God, at least Roy's second year is not guaranteed, but $5 million. That agent really swindled David Kahn and the Timberwolves in a big way. $5 million.
Yeah, hopefully this offseason we're going to make some big changes.
I hope so. And it's like we're hoping for that often. It's very frustrating.
It never comes.
Yeah, it's very frustrating. It's like a never-ending
This trade deadline, we're like
cycle.
for sure either Luke or JJ were going to be on different teams.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, I got to think, right? Yeah, I hope they are.
Yeah, we're like, one of the two are gone.
Yeah, we thought they were going to be this year, and they weren't.
Yeah.
Neither one of them was gone. Why aren't they gone? Because certain people in town seem to think that they're perfectly fine. I'm like, that's your opinion, buddy. Perfectly fine. Yeah, okay, because guys are hurt. I get that, but that doesn't mean those guys are doing perfectly fine, though, even though they're in an increased role that they should have. But yeah, I don't know. It seems like a lot of fans seem to think Luke Ridnour and Bray are really good. I can't go there. Oh my Lord! Yep, Flip Saunders. Yeah. So we're talking on the Facebook page. Finally, Timberwolves. Simply look for Timberwolves Explosion on Facebook. Simply type that in, and there you'll be. Timberwolves Explosion. Yep. So just type in Timberwolves Explosion. Click on the one that says company, not group, by the way, and click like on that. Brent Veal, of course, that being V-Train, saying, hope Flip takes over from Khan and trades Caleb to the Lake Show. Oh, we knew that was coming. Yeah, Vince likes to say the same thing as well. Oh, you guys hate us, don't you? Trying to siphon love out of here. Look at ya! Okay. We got to hear you say it.
The Lakers have nothing to offer.
Huh?
So the Lakers have nothing to offer.
Yeah, we'll take Pau Gasol. I got to hear you drop a look at you. You're the one that invented that.
Oh, it'll come.
Say it.
It'll come.
You got to tell him, look at you. Yeah, Forecaster actually does own the copyright. I just own about 30% of it. Forecaster owns 70%. Yep. So I'm kind of one of those guys that kind of, yeah, he's the original creator of it, but I bought 30%. Right? It's about that. Okay. When I talked about Vince Germano joining Timberwolves Explosion for episode 98, Hank McCoy saying, God help us all. Oh, not the rating endorsement, huh? Look at you. And I didn't read some of these comments here, too, about the Kobe stuff. I wish I was reading it earlier. Craig Walton, new member, Miami Heat fan from Australia, also saying, he said that was a definite foul. I'm not even sure he got any ball. Refs showed Rubio no respect. Yeah. Yep, I agree. Hardcore. Jules Postorino, yep, now a longtime member of Timberwolves Explosion. Yes, sir. Also from Aussie, saying, what the hell? Are the NBA guaranteeing the Lakers a playoff spot or what? It's like,
yes.
Yep. Yeah. Yes. He says, and doesn't it just kill you that it's Kobe fouling Rubio? Painful memories flood back of, yes, sir, Kobe destroying Rubio's knee last season. It's like, ooh, yeah. Yeah, Kobe Bryant's got some fingerprints on the crime scene with the Timberwolves the last 20 years. The Timberwolves have been getting murdered by the Lakers for years, and Kobe's got fingerprints all over it. All kinds of BS. Shaq had some, too, in the past. I forget what he did, something. But I know Shaq actually hyperextended his knee really bad way back in 97, 96. His first year with L.A. Hyperextended his knee severely in Target Center. So that was kind of a bummer there. Nick Borboom, yes sir, saying, to say it mildly, you're correct when I wrote horse pocky for that Kobe foul. Yes, because it was. Horse pocky, you like that one? Oh, man. I was asking everybody how did they feel about Vince Germano's performance on 98. Well, our show with Vince Germano. Carlos Garza saying, pretty good if you like that Laker biased perspective from Vinrock, a.k.a. Vince Germano. Just kidding. And Vince saying, LOL on you, mate. Craig Walden saying, just finished listening to it. Enjoyed my first TE podcast. Thank you very much, Craig. And welcome aboard. Thank you very, very much. I very much hope you keep listening. And yes, I like the Heat, Craig. So I'm one of the few. Sorry for all you listeners. Please don't run away from me. Yeah. I know the Heat are not my favorite team. I just like them. Yeah. Okay. Forecast is ready to chomp my hand off here. And that's it, really. Oh, no. We'll go back to a couple here. Couple more here from Hank McCoy and Vince Germano. I love how he says that. He said, love the mini-sode. That was my first solo show in quite a while. He said, love the mini-sode, mate. For your first solo show, you really got rolling on those Wolves. Thank you for that. Do appreciate it, Hank. And obviously, no, that wasn't my first ever solo show. I mean, I used to do Timberwolves Explosion up to, about the 50s, low 50s or so, and then I started getting Forecaster on more and more often, and eventually became more of a permanent thing, which I love. Forecaster smiling in approval here. And Vince saying, Johnny Flynn to the Bobcats, apparently. Gotta like that. Crazy stuff. I'm like, really? And he's like, Vince saying, that's the word. Stu Benson saying, that'll help them deep into the playoffs. Huh?
That sounds like some April Fool's stuff.
Zing! Yep. Vince throwing in the zing there, and I time it perfectly. Yep, you gotta like that. Yep. We love the courtside, don't we? You can tell. The courtside loves us, too. Thank you so much, guys. Hank McCoy making a pretty cool logo here. This guy, like I told you, he's an engineer, man, the way he puts this stuff together. I mean, how impressive was that 100th episode stuff? Yeah. Can you believe it? I mean, look at that stuff. It's awesome. The shirt, the booklet. Oh, I wish I knew what it. Because it's coming up, guys. He put pretty funny, like a sheep. All these sheep around with a wolf, yes, hiding underneath the sheep's clothing, yes. It says, tune into episode 98 with special guest Vince Germano from the Courtside Podcast. And Hank saying, looking forward to episode 100. Yep, we're going to keep teasing to that. We're going to keep teasing. He says he had a great time listening to the show last week, though Vince Germano knows too many ex-Wolves players that don't matter. Yeah, we were going off and on about all these really older guys, like, names like Chris Smith and Greg. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. Luke Longley, guys like that way back 20 years ago. It's pretty cool. Isaiah Jr., J.R. Ryder. Remember him?
Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah, J.R. Ryder.
Wasn't he awesome? Nah. He was a pothead, big time.
He could dunk, though.
Yeah, that's about all he could do, right? He was like Gerald Green. He's a pothead. Has he ever smoked pot? You know he has, mate. So now we go to Twitter. You got at Wolves Explosion and at Forecaster TE, right? Am I correct?
Yes.
Say it loudly.
At Forecaster TE.
Yes, those are our Twitter accounts, of course. Both Timberwolves Explosion Twitter accounts. We love you very much. Tom Reed saying he's looking forward to hearing you on Wolves Explosion. Yes, sir. That was to Vince. Had a conversation back and forth there. Those guys loved it. Reese, that being Pumpa, I haven't heard from him in a while. He's saying an explosion of Vinrock and Wolves Explosion. Oh my God, I'm freaking out and I haven't even heard it yet, but I will say, greatest pod ever. That was funny. Vince saying, "Too kind. You're too kind." Oh, lots of crazy stuff. Tom Reed saying, "Looking forward to hearing you on Wolves Explosion again." Also to Vinrock. Yep, that was a lot of fun. Thank you guys again. There's some extended conversation on there, back and forth. Tom Reed saying, "Cheers. It's been great so far. I'd love to see SVG coach you guys. Perfect coach for AK-47. That being Stan Van Gundy. Stan Van Gundy. What do you think of that? Huh? You're like, I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, right now, I'll give it a shot.
Hey, Kevin, shoot the ball, Kevin! Come on! Okay, sorry.
Having Mario as a coach.
Mario. Yeah, we got Mario, and you got Luigi and Jeff Van Gundy. The Super Van Gundy brothers, right? You like Mario?
I would like him here.
Yeah.
Because Adelman, I'm just not too sure about Adelman, man.
D'Antoni Senior. He's D'Antoni Senior, isn't he? A little bit. I'm sorry, I know he's not as bad as D'Antoni, but kind of. Right? It was, because they pick a certain group of guys and they let everybody else rot, Yeah. And that's kind of the trend of Vin, what am I saying? Mike Antoni, because he has no D in his coaching style, right? And, of course, Mr. Adelman, yeah. Well, it's not bad defense, but it's bad, no rotation, really. It's just you guys play, you guys don't, right?
Yeah.
No rotation. Zilch. T-Wolves Army DK saying, "Hey, Joey, I'm Kenneth. Nice to meet you, too. Looking forward to listening to your podcast. Just learned about them tonight, so thank you very much." Kenneth is from Denmark. Marcus? Denmark. So that proves to you out there that have been wondering, Timberwolves Explosion, of course, is worldwide, which means we are international. Wink, wink. Oh, man. But, no, I was like, Timberwolves Explosion is as international as everything else. Doggone it.
Yeah.
That's an inside thing right there. Tom Reed say, "Great show, boys. Hopefully Eurobasket helps Shved improve his game. We'll be playing big minutes for Russia." I hope so. That's an ongoing thing. What do you think?
Yeah, I hope so, too. I mean, I don't know what to do with Shved. It's not really translating here. I don't know what the deal is with him. I don't know if it's confidence or
lack of strength. No, force him to drink those stupid protein shakes over there in Russia. Yep. Yeah. Get those Russian protein shakes inside of that guy. It's possible. But who am I fooling? Look at AK-47. He doesn't look too big either. but at least he's good.
Yeah.
Yes, he says, Tom Reed saying, "P.S. Thanks for the shout-out. Safe to say I'm Timberwolves Explosion biggest fan in Sydney." Yes, thank you, Tom. We love Believe the Hype. Tom Reed and Benyon Kadim host Believe the Hype. We're big fans here in Minnesota as well. Yes, big fans of Believe the Hype. Yes, sir. So we're briefly moving along here. Yep, some conversations a bit with Keelan King on there at PWN_Tony. Of course, that's Keelan King. He says, "Awesome that we owe those guys a huge thanks as well." There was shout-outs between there. Yeah, as we mentioned, basically that Vince Germano mentioned that he found Rip City Bad Boys through us. So that's cool. So we referred him to us and said we owe him. So thank you very much, Keelan. We love the shout-outs that they've made on those shows to us. They've had a lot of nice things to say about us on their show. So very cool. Lots of interaction between us shows. We're all good friends. Yes, I love it. Oh, man. So, Tristan saying, "That's awesome. Thank you." Mr. Train saying, "Hey, guys, 2 thumbs up for the Vinrock episode. Really loved it. Still, that forecaster TE is always missed." Huh? He misses you.
You know, I'm an integral part of this show, so.
Yes, of course. I mean, we're the Hall & Oates. Neither one of them succeeded when they were solo. I'm telling you. That's all I got to say about that. They might both be good, but you got to both be together. Yes, you got to have the Hall & Oates.
It's just the chemistry, you know.
It is. It is, absolutely. Vince saying, cheers, mate. Agreed. Joey and Marcus, dynamic duo. Yes. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Vince. We love you. We do. And we love the courtside. Dynamic trio. Yep, they got
I don't know about the love, but he's a good guy. He's a good guy.
Oh, man, yeah. But yeah, they got to get that dynamic trio back. BG's hiding in New York right now. The Buckets magazine editor is hiding in New York.
Hey.
Come back, BG, if you're listening. Yes. Okay, so now we move from the Twitter. Thanks again, guys, for everything you had to say. So now we simply have the awards, the weekly or well, in this case, month, whatever, but really week, actually, award. We have Lone Wolf. Ow! The Lone Wolf Award. So who's it going to be, Pekavic or Rubio?
It's Pekavic.
He played awesome, didn't he?
Yeah.
So, yep, I'm going to go. I'm going to do it again. It's going to be a 5 in a row for Ricky Rubio. Oh, my God. 5 in a row for Ricky Rubio. He's just that good right now, except for that horrible 1 for 13 effort recently. Yes, tonight. But he still played pretty well. He hit the shot when it counted.
That's true.
So I'll give it to him. Before we get to the Johnny Flynn Memorial, what 2 things did you like this week?
Rubio scoring.
It's a miracle.
Yeah.
Isn't it, though?
It's much improved.
Well, what's the second?
The second.
Yes. Yes. We got to work hard here.
Pekavic. I mean, it's not about to, it's not about to say.
That's about it, isn't it?
It's those 2.
That's about it, though. I mean, Shred played well. Oh, wait. No, I'm kidding. Cunningham had 8 points. Yeah, we'll get to that. Cunningham had his 8 points. See, I was just so impressed with Steamsma. I mean, my God. Yeah, those 5 minutes he played, and he got 4 points. Oh, my God. He actually got... Okay, sorry. That's about it, though. It's either Pekavic or Rubio, right?
Yeah.
They're making it too easy for us.
Yeah.
So, guys, we're not trying to be boring. They're making it boring. Yeah, I was really impressed with... I mean, Rubio's really looking like a superstar. He really is. Yeah. Pekavic is pouring on the points. That's good. But to me, Rubio is a bigger deal to me right now. I mean, I'll give it to both of them. Obviously, when you say 2 good things, yes. Rubio's just been a stalwart out there, getting steals. Yep.
Yeah, a thing I noticed about Rubio is I really like...
Yeah?
How he cranked up the intensity when he plays.
Yes, he does.
Right after he tells Shved to just smile and enjoy the game.
Yeah. Change your face. Smile. Enjoy it.
Yeah. Rubio's not smiling.
No.
At all.
Yeah, he's dropping. Yeah, he gets frustrated. Yeah. He wants to win. And thank God for that.
You would think his hand would have been broken by now with the amount of things that he's punched, kicked.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Kicked the ball into the upper deck yet? No, I think, I probably would have by now. About 5 times.
Yeah, I mean, we kicked the chair. I mean, we actually punched it.
Yeah, yep.
Slapped it, but, yeah, he's not smiling.
No.
But he's just really intense. I like that.
Yeah, thank God. Again, thank God we have a guy like that leading the way right now.
Yeah.
That's good. I mean, it's going to be nice to see him and Love healthy and ready to rock and roll. Let's see those 2 guys. Let's see what they can really do now that Rubio's, he's definitely shaken off he's gotten rid of the baby teeth. They're gone.
Yeah.
The new teeth are in, and they're big. They're big teeth. They're wolf teeth. Yes.
Yeah, canines.
They're canines, big time. So, yes, 2 things that bugged us before we get to the Johnny Flynn Memorial. Let's just make it more obvious. 2 things that depressed the forecaster.
Oh, the main one is, you know it's coming. CJ not getting any time at all. You would think, okay, season's going to be over.
He's like a myth?
Yeah. Let's go ahead and give this guy some minutes. Why not? No, he's not getting anything.
Mm-hmm.
He's done for the season.
Looks like it. It looks like it.
And the other thing, I know you're not going to believe this.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
Well, it's a mix between I wanted to see Shved finally get point guard minutes.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah.
That's an interesting thought, but...
At least see it. See what it looks like. And Shved not getting that that many minutes. I still want to know. I want to be proven wrong. I want to know. I want him to be an actual starter. I just want to see it. Because right now I just see him as someone who we should trade because other teams think that he might be Ginobili.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, right now I want him to get more playing time, and I don't like the fact that he's not, especially not at a point guard.
Yeah, he's not getting any playing time. I mean, here and there, but not much. Like sporadic.
Yeah.
8 minutes, 12 minutes, 4 minutes.
Yes, I mean, right now, we're not going anywhere.
Nope.
Let's get some more. Let's get some more of those ping pong balls.
Yeah. Not that they mean anything. No, I'm just kidding. No, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
History.
But right now, it's like, let's go ahead and give him. Let's see what we can do at a point guard. Without Berea.
Without who?
Berea demands the ball whenever Shved, those two are on the court together. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's unbelievable. Berea is just a ball hog. He really is, obviously. Yeah. He's what they call a pounder. It's always just dribbling. That's all he does. Oh, man, oh, man. So, yep, for me, obviously, well, not obviously. I don't know. No, I'm just kidding. No, the fact that we're winning. Okay, no. No, I mean, well, okay, yes, this is a different reason. It's not about the draft. Oh, yeah, it is in a way. But it's more of like, okay, you're winning now. Thanks so much. Why, damn it, why couldn't we be a little bit better earlier? And I know everybody's hurt, but for a while there, the team was doing fairly well when people were hurt, if you remember. But I think part of it's Kirilenko kept getting freaking hurt, too, and that was, like, fatal for the team.
Yeah.
When Kirilenko was healthy, it actually looked kind of decent for a while there early on. That was fun. And that was without Rubio, ladies and gentlemen, if you'll remember correctly. Yeah, Luke Ridnour starting point guard. Oh, God. But, yeah, so it's just, it's frustrating that it took this long to start winning some games. It's frustrating, obviously. But continued BS rotations, yes. I mean, that's going to bug me to death. I mean, when you see 7 guys playing, 8 guys playing a la D'Antoni, it's irritating. It is. Okay, congratulations on your 1,000 wins. Yes. That was a short clap, wasn't it? All right. Johnny Flynn Memorial. Who's the loser of winners? Oh, there we go. Who's the winner of losers? Excuse me. Who's the winner?
I'm gonna have to say Derek Williams.
Ooh, yeah.
This was his chance.
Yeah, what the hell?
And he blew it.
Mm-hmm. So what happened? Yeah, did you notice we didn't even talk about him the whole show?
Yeah.
There's a reason.
There's nothing to talk about. I mean,
no,
just was his chance. I mean, to show what he can do, and all that talk, before the draft.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm just a bigger personality. I should be the first pick.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He hasn't proven anything. I mean, there were some games where he played well.
Bulls game 28,
but it's. No, it's not. It's not enough. I don't know if it's Adelman. That's what I'm saying. I mean, Adelman. We may need a different coach for these guys. I mean, that's the only way I could really explain it. Or he's just not that good.
It's sad that it's come to this, isn't it? About the possible different coach for these guys. It's sad when it's come to that. As good as Adelman is, I don't know.
Yeah, it's not saying he's a bad coach. It's just that the players,
the fit.
Yeah.
It's like with the Gophers, they need the right fit. It was like that with Tubby Smith too. They got rid of Tubby Smith. He's not the worst coach ever, but it certainly wasn't working. It just wasn't. And they've had injuries too, but every team has injuries, just not as many as the Wolves. Dare I say? God, yeah, Derek Williams, and he was playing really well for a while. I think I even gave him a lone wolf once a long time ago. He was playing well, but the last week it's like, wow. I mean, it wasn't a complete. Well, yeah, it was. It was just non-factor, wasn't he? He was a non-factor. I guess I have to give it to Shved just for the way that when it comes to the Johnny Flynn Memorial. The Johnny Flynn Memorial. There we go. I got to think of something, don't I? The Johnny Flynn Memorial. Yeah, I got to give it to Shved. Just continuing to hit the rookie wall 80 miles an hour, as you so properly said. 80 miles an hour hit the rookie wall, and it's just, yeah. He doesn't look like much of anything right now. I hope someday he, like as you said extensively, that, shows signs of it, or we'll see what happens, basically, as we both have said the whole show. So I guess there's not much more to add to Alexei Shved's Johnny Flynn Memorial Award. Congratulations. So with that, we're going to get to the contact details. Not that we haven't done that already in some ways, but another way to reach Timberwolves Explosion, though, is the phone lines. 209-736-7877, 209-736-7877. It is a voicemail. Do treat it as such. Mention what show you're calling into, which is Timberwolves Explosion. And we'll be ready to rock and roll, talk to you live on here. We had Sebastian Balls call in a couple times. We miss you. Call in again. That would be great. Other people, welcome to call in as well.
Yeah, don't be afraid to call.
Don't be afraid. We love you. We do. Okay, we at least love taking calls, that's for sure. Of course, the Facebook page. We'll always be willing to interact with you. Go to the Facebook search bar, type in Timberwolves Explosion. Click on the one that says company, not group. Company, not group. And then for Twitter, you have @Wolves Explosion and
Forecaster TE.
Yep, @Forecaster TE. Interact with both of us. Follow us. That would be oh so terrific. We don't bite. We don't. Wolves bite, but we don't. That's about it, huh? All right, so again, apologize. Maybe some of the audio early in the show wasn't the best. We're trying to readjust stuff at times, so we apologize. We're doing the best we can. New system, yeah. Hopefully, in the end, we'll have a much better audio than we had the past couple of years. That's the goal, isn't it? We've been working on it for a long time. Yes, sir. So again, thanks guys for listening, and we shall be back sooner rather than later.